Keith, with all your experience, were there any challenges or successes in the 208 planning process that come to mind?
Yeah, I get kind of giddy excited about what we accomplished. Seemed overwhelming at first, but as we went through the process and talked with community leaders, one success story is Wayne County. Wayne County officials were a dominantly rural area, and it was a primary focus of the Wayne County area that prime farmland should be protected at all costs. They came up with a simple plan that required all high-density development must relocate where the current sewer infrastructure was located within the existing cities that had treatment plants. They restricted the rural areas be pretty much on-site non-discharging systems, and they were happy to accomplish that. It was a county that only had a couple townships that had zoning. So effectively the 208 gave them the tool to protect land use the way they wanted, and they could be different than all the other counties. That was something that we tried to preach during our education sessions is you can be different, you can tailor your plan to your local wishes. You don't have to be the same as other counties. In Geauga County, another success story, they were kind of an anti-sewer county. They created a plan that, again, said no central sewers allowed in new developed areas. You had to, except in certain designated areas, you had to relocate if you had a big discharge or a big development. You had to relocate where the existing county and municipal plants were located. Probably my biggest success was working with the Mahoney Valley and Eastgate area. Almost every drop of water that hits in those two counties is tributary to a major surface water source of drinking water. And it was an area that traditionally the communities never worked together very well. And we were successful through some key leadership in the county to set up a plan that pretty much said no new discharges throughout the undeveloped areas, and forced all the high-density development into the existing infrastructure in Youngstown, Warren area, and the smaller communities. There had plenty of treatment plants that were already established. And just to think for the future, all water supplies are protected from future sources of pollution was a major success story in the 208 planning for that region. I was very proud of the leaders that stepped up and passed that and got it set in place. Other areas like Lorain and Summit County, they figured that every square inch of their counties were going to develop with sewers. They created an orderly project where the correct plants received the expansions of services, where they built their treatment plants that had capacity. They needed the customers to pay for the interceptors in treatment plants, and they set up an orderly fashion for those areas to be funneled into those existing treatment plants where the money had been heavily invested in. So we had a plan in place. We have our planning agencies that revisit it annually and make sure that it's currently updated planning documents that are alive and well and serving the communities in Northeast Ohio. And I'm very proud of what we accomplished during this time.